In the heart of a tranquil Japanese village, there lived a renowned Zen master named Ryo. He was known not only for his profound understanding of Zen philosophy but also for his wisdom in guiding people toward inner peace and self-mastery. One of the most sought-after teachings he offered was how to control one's anger, a challenge many faced in their daily lives. One brisk autumn morning, a troubled villager named Kaito sought out Master Ryo's counsel. Kaito was known for his quick temper, which had strained his relationships and led to countless regrets. He had heard of the Zen master's ability to help people overcome their anger and was eager to learn this valuable lesson. Master Ryo welcomed Kaito into his humble temple. A tranquil oasis of serenity nestled amidst the vivid colors of nature. The gentle rustle of leaves and the distant sound of a babbling brook provided the perfect backdrop for their conversation. With the grace of a sage who had spent a lifetime in contemplation, Master Ryo began to speak. "Dear Kaito," he said, "controlling anger is a journey that begins with understanding its roots and cultivating mindfulness. It is a journey toward inner peace and self-mastery." Kaito nodded, his heart open to the teachings he was about to receive. Master Ryo continued with his guidance, weaving it into a poignant story that would forever change Kaito's perspective on anger. Part 1, The Temple of Tranquil Waters. In a distant land, there stood a grand temple known as the Temple of Tranquil Waters. It was perched atop a lush hill, overlooking a serene lake surrounded by vibrant cherry blossom trees. The temple's name itself was a testament to the peace and harmony that prevailed within its sacred walls. At the heart of the temple lived a wise and gentle monk named Toshio. His countenance radiated serenity, and his presence brought solace to all who sought refuge within the temple's hallowed halls. One day, a traveler named Hiroshi arrived at the temple, burdened by the weight of his anger. He had heard tales of Toshio's wisdom and hoped the monk could help him find a way to control his temper. Toshio welcomed Hiroshi with a warm smile and invited him to stay at the temple. He said, "To understand anger, one must first embark on a journey of self-discovery and introspection. Join me in my daily activities, and together, we shall explore the roots of your anger." Part 2, The Hidden Lake. Every morning, Toshio and Hiroshi would rise with the sun and embark on a walk through the temple grounds. Their path led them to a hidden lake nestled deep within the temple's forested sanctuary. The lake's surface was often disturbed by ripples, a reflection of the turbulent emotions within Hiroshi's heart. Toshio observed these ripples with a gentle curiosity, never uttering a word. One day, Hiroshi broke the silence, unable to contain his frustration any longer. "Why do you observe the ripples on this lake, Toshio? What do they have to do with my anger?" Toshio replied with a serene smile, "The ripples on this lake, Hiroshi, are a reflection of the mind. Just as external disturbances create waves on the water's surface, internal turmoil creates anger within the heart." He continued, "To control anger, one must first learn to calm the mind. Observe your thoughts and emotions as you would these ripples on the lake, without judgment or attachment. In doing so, you will uncover the source of your anger." Part 3, The Roots of Anger. As weeks turned into months, Hiroshi diligently practiced mindfulness under Toshio's guidance. He began to observe the thoughts and emotions that triggered his anger, discovering patterns and triggers he had never before acknowledged. One afternoon, as they sat by the lake, Hiroshi had a revelation. He realized that his anger was often rooted in unmet expectations and attachment to outcomes. The more he expected things to go a certain way, the greater his anger when they did not. Toshio nodded in understanding and said, "You have uncovered a profound truth, Hiroshi. Anger often arises from our attachments and expectations. To control anger, one must let go of these attachments and embrace the flow of life as it is." He continued, "Just as the lake reflects the world around it, the mind reflects our inner world. By letting go of attachment and expectations, you allow the waters of the mind to settle, bringing clarity and inner peace." Hiroshi understood that his journey to control anger was far from over, but he felt a newfound sense of hope and purpose. Part 4, The Heart of Forgiveness. Months turned into years, and Hiroshi's temper gradually began to subside. He found that by practicing mindfulness and letting go of attachments, he could respond to life's challenges with greater calm and equanimity. One day, as he and Toshio sat by the lake, Hiroshi asked, "Toshio, I have made progress in controlling my anger, but I still struggle with forgiving those who have wronged me. How can I find forgiveness in my heart?" Toshio replied, "Forgiveness is a profound act of compassion, Hiroshi. It is not condoning the wrong but releasing the hold it has on your heart. To find forgiveness, one must first understand that holding on to anger harms only oneself," he continued, "just as the lake reflects the sky above, forgiveness reflects the boundless compassion within. Start by forgiving yourself for harboring anger and for any harm you may have caused others. As you cultivate self-forgiveness, you will find it easier to extend forgiveness to others." Hiroshi took Toshio's words to heart and embarked on a journey of forgiveness. He discovered that forgiveness was a balm for his soul, a pathway to inner peace that liberated him from the shackles of anger. Part 5, The Stillness of the Lake. Years passed, and Hiroshi's journey toward controlling anger led him to a place of profound inner stillness. His heart, once turbulent like the lake's surface, now mirrored the tranquil waters of the Temple of Tranquil Waters. One morning, as he and Toshio sat by the lake, Hiroshi asked, "Toshio, I am grateful for the lessons you have imparted to me. My anger no longer controls me, and I have found forgiveness in my heart. But how can I maintain this inner stillness and continue to control my anger?" Toshio replied, "The stillness you seek, Hiroshi, is like the calm surface of the lake. It is cultivated through daily practice, just as the lake remains still through the seasons. Continue to observe your thoughts and emotions, practice mindfulness, and let go of attachments. Cultivate self-compassion and forgiveness, and you will find that anger no longer has a hold on you." Epilogue. A life transformed. Years after Hiroshi's arrival at the Temple of Tranquil Waters, he returned to his village, a transformed man. His quick temper was a distant memory, replaced by a sense of inner peace and calm that radiated from him like the gentle ripples on the temple's hidden lake. Kaito, who had been listening intently to Master Ryo's story, felt a profound shift within himself. He realized that anger was not an insurmountable force but a turbulence within the mind that could be calmed through mindfulness, self-awareness, and forgiveness. With newfound determination, Kaito thanked Master Ryo for the story and vowed to embark on his journey to control anger, just as Hiroshi had done under Toshio's guidance. Master Ryo, with a serene smile, said, "Remember, Kaito, controlling anger is a journey that requires patience and practice. Embrace each moment with mindfulness, and you will find the inner peace you seek." As Kaito left the temple that day, he carried with him the timeless wisdom of Master Ryo's story, ready to embark on his own path toward controlling anger and finding inner peace.
For loves and supports, please like this video and subscribe my YouTube channel to get more valuable information.